This might be the quietest way a season quietly slips away. That's the thought echoing through Oracle Park right now, because the San Francisco Giants just placed cornerstone third baseman Matt Chapman back on the 10-day injured list, this time with inflammation in his right hand. But here's where it gets controversial. Some fans are already asking, if the playoffs are a pipe dream, why risk Chapman at all? Let's rewind. When Chapman first returned from a badly sprained hand on July 5th, he was brutally honest. The joint wasn't 100%, and he expected to grind through lingering soreness the rest of the way. 6 weeks later, the grind has apparently turned into a red flag flare-up. An MRI was scheduled immediately after Friday's roster move. Results weren't public at the time of writing, but the very fact the exam was ordered tells you the discomfort crossed a threshold. Manager Bob Melvin didn't mince words. He's a tough dude. Most days he'd tell you he's fine, but some days you could see it on his face. We finally reached the point where we had to look under the hood. Translation: the medical staff, front office, and player all agreed that pushing through could turn a manageable inflammation into a long-term structural issue. The numbers back up the eye test. Before Wednesday's rare day off, Chapman had started 31 straight games and logged nearly every defensive inning at the hot corner. In August, however, the bat has gone ice cold. A 1.162 average, one lonely extra base knock, and a mountain of weak contact across 45 plate appearances. When your wrist and hand aren't cooperating, barrel control is the first thing to go. So who steps in? Casey Schmitt, the versatile infielder who's quietly been the club's best August hitter, slides back to his natural third base. Schmitt's slash line this month: .308, with 3 doubles and 2 homers, practically Ruthian compared to the rest of the lineup. At second base, the Giants gave Christian Koss the nod Friday, but keep an eye on Tyler Fitzgerald, who could still steal reps if the club wants a speed and athleticism look. And this is the part most people miss. The ripple effect is bigger than one roster spot, with the Giants dropping 13 of their last 14 home games, their worst stretch in a single season since 1940. Melvin and President of Baseball Operations Buster Posey have begun a soft shutdown of other core pieces. The offense is averaging a paltry 1.8 runs per game since mid-July, and batting a microscopic .146 with runners in scoring position. When the standings say, wait till next year, the front office starts whispering load management. Center fielder Jung-Hoo Lee, however, got a reprieve. Melvin confirmed Lee will stay in the lineup this weekend because he's eager to face childhood friend and former Kiwoom Heroes teammate Ha-seong Kim, now starring for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Sometimes the human element overrides the spreadsheet. On the pitching side, right-hander Ryan Walker exited for the paternity list. Congratulations are in order. And the club recalled Keaton Wynn, whose season has been a medical file of its own. Wynn, however, strung together back-to-back scoreless frames for AAA Sacramento, and could give the bullpen a fresh arm. Meanwhile, Landon Roop, remember him, was activated off his rehab assignment for elbow inflammation and will toe the rubber Friday night. Old prediction corner. If the MRI reveals anything more than simple inflammation, expect the Giants to shut Chapman down completely, prioritizing 2026 to 2030 over a meaningless September. That decision will spark debate. Some fans will applaud the Lom's view. Others will lament, we paid to see him play. So, what do you think? Should a club in freefall keep its stars on ice once the math says no playoffs? Or is there value in letting them fight for pride and box office draw? Drop your take in the comments. Agree, disagree, or roast my take entirely. Let's talk it out. Photo credit Darren Yamashita in Magnum Images. August 16th, 2025, Connections. Sports Edition. Spot the pattern. Connect the terms. Find the hidden link between sports terms. Andrew Baggerly is a senior writer for The Athletic and has chronicled Major League Baseball for more than 2 decades. Since 2004, he has focused on the Giants, previously covering them for the Oakland Tribune, San Jose Mercury News, and Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. He authored 2 books celebrating the franchise's golden era, A Band of Misfits, Tales of the 2010 San Francisco Giants, and Giant Splash, Bonzian Blasts, World Series parades, and other thrilling moments by the Bay. Follow him on Twitter @ExtraBags.